I'm Shannon. You see, I'm sitting here in my safe space. This is my meditation spot. I come here to speak to the universe, to commune, to receive messages, to receive guidance. And this is a tuning that I've gotten to, where this is where I can sit and be quiet and tune into the frequency that the universe is trying to send me. It's a place of peace. So we'll see what comes through for the collective. I have been reading energy. I've been a medium. I've been getting visions and dreams my entire life. And I didn't always realize that not everybody communicated and interacted with the universe in the same way that I did. But once I got it, and the last couple of years especially, it's really been tuning me in. I don't know about you. If you are any type of a light worker, if you are having any type of a spiritual awakening right now, but wow, the energy's been intense. Yes, it's been transformational. This is that collective experience I'm talking about that we're all having. This awakening experience, these things that are happening to all of us on an individual level are happening to all of us on a collective level too. And the universe is sending in different messages, different channels, different channelers, different readers, different beings to help us all integrate what's coming in, because we are changing up the energy. We all feel it. We all feel it. We all feel the higher vibrations. We all are able to see a little bit more the things that should probably fall away in our life. We're able to see it. The universe has been showing us all over and over and over what doesn't work. It's trying to transmute all the traumas of your childhood. It's trying to transmute all of those chaotic experiences that you've had in life. It's trying to make them worthwhile, worth something. Learn the lesson. This is such a karmic time, such a time of soul contracts coming to a fruition, coming due, basically. Meaning either we're going to work this thing out right now, or maybe we're just going to rip that contract up and start again in a different life, because the energy is moving on. We're moving on. We're moving up. And the things that are falling away in your life right now are supposed to fall away. And I know it doesn't always feel great. We get attached, really attached. The universe has a bigger view. It has a higher view of us. It has a higher perspective. And what I see for us, it's so interesting. There's so many layers of reality that we live in. This reality that you're living in right now, what you're experiencing, who is with you, who is around you, your relationships, your circumstances in life, all of this is for you. But this is just one layer of what you're experiencing. You actually exist in several other realities, many other states. Your soul is expansive. And it seems like this experience you're having in this life, this reality, it's so real, it's so tangible. It seems like it's the only one. It's possible for your soul to expand past this. And just know what's happening to you in this existence is happening in all other existences as well. You're just a different player. People around you are the same beings. You're just in a different scenario. Maybe you've switched roles. You're trying to see who you are. You're trying to expand your soul. And it is endless, this expansion. It goes on and on and on for us. And we are in it so deep. Wow, it's hard to sometimes describe what I see when I look at our reality, because it seems pretty intense, to be honest. What I see is that we exist in this state of energy. If you think about our bodies, our self, every molecule, it's energy. We know this. So the states of energy we sit in, I can see how we can sometimes have this unequal balance of light and dark within us. We each have divine masculine, divine feminine, light, dark. We're in a polarized universe. We're in a polarized existence right now. So we have these things within us, and we often struggle with them because for one aspect of our life, the darkness seems and feels so intense. It feels wrong, but that's just part of what we have to experience and go through. The light, it feels so great, but sometimes the light can blind us. Sometimes we get deluded by the light. Sometimes we think we can have things we really can't. Sometimes the light is so bright, it's like our ego shines so brightly that we can't really see the reality of our situation. So sometimes the universe sends in the dark to show us what's really happening. And we don't always experience that subjectively great. We don't always feel like that's a lesson we thought we wanted, but it was. And the universe knows exactly what to send us, exactly how to reach us. Now, we have been getting on these cycles of doing the same thing over and over and over. And that's part of what's felt so frustrating, so stuck. Do you ever have recently these experiences where you have conflicts with somebody or something, and it's like, I feel like I've been doing this for lifetimes. Lifetimes we've been doing this over and over. Can we please stop? Can we please break? Can we please wake up? Can we please see the pattern already? The universe wants to show us the patterns, wants us to see them. It needs us to see them in order for us to be able to move into that new higher vibration, that new earth that we're all talking about. What is that? What is the new earth? What do we mean by that? And what I see, it's just where there's more awakening, there's more openness, there's more energy, there's more information, there's higher vibrations, there's higher energy coming in, light codes, all sorts of new experiences are just, it's like it's right there. I know we can all feel it in a lot of ways. Okay, so I have some card decks in front of me and some tarot and some different oracle cards, and I just wanted to see what I was drawn to a little bit. So I'm going to pick up this Druid Craft Tarot and see what kind of cards I get here. See what the universe wants to talk to us about besides the nature of our reality and the fact that we actually are the creators. And that's one of the messages that I've been getting mainly lately. We hear this idea of, law of attraction, we create our reality, we create our existence, but how true that is, wow, Ace of Wands, how true that is has really just been so apparent to me lately. Wow, the Ace of Wands just utterly affirming what I'm saying here. Because this is the energy of like action. This is like the vibration we're going toward. The wands are ideas, it's inspirations. This is all the stuff that the universe is sending all of us right now. We're all getting that. We are all getting that. So when we look around the people around us and we see they're starting to act a little bit different, they're starting to say things that are a little bit different. So are we, by the way. People might be looking at us in the same way. Wow, it's all this beautiful energy codes, all these downloads that we're all getting, all these upgrades that we're all getting. And I don't know about you, but wow, it feels amazing. Yes, at times overwhelming. It's like, wow, what is all this? Am I ready for this? The thing is, it's like everything is divine timing. Of course, we're ready. Of course, I'm ready. Of course, you're ready. It wouldn't be happening if we volunteered to come here on earth during this time so that we could do this. So if you're a person who is struggling, just know that there is support out there in the universe. Reach out to get it. The universe wants to send you downloads. It wants to send you support. It wants to send you people, places, things in your life to help you get through this time of transition, this time of upgrade. And it really wants your expansion, because it's like this. It's because we're all connected. And the universe wants us all to expand exponentially, each of us having our own individual experiences, but yet a collective experience where we're all able to benefit from what we're all seeing and hearing and feeling and experiencing. We all feel it in some ways because we're so connected, and the universe really just wants us to know that. And it wants us to know that even when we feel alone, we're really not alone. We've been here, have we not? This Three of Swords. Yeah, we have been in a time where, wow, all of the wounds have been opened. The deep wounds, the hard ones, the betrayals, the lies, anyone who's ever hurt you, anyone that's done things against you. It's coming up right now. It's coming up right now because the universe wants you to heal it. Heal it. The things that have happened to you that people have done against you. So much of that we say to ourselves, it's because somehow I deserved it, or I must be lesser, I must be unlovable, I must be unwantable in some way, that somebody is willing to stab me in the heart like this. But that's not the case, because actually you're perfect. You're perfect the way you are. You're a perfect divine being. Yeah, you're lovable. Absolutely. You're precious to the universe. You absolutely are. And that experience you had of betrayal, that thing that happened to you, that thing that broke your heart, that thing that hurt you, it was actually meant to show you. It was meant to teach you. You were supposed to learn. And the question is, did you? Will you? You know? Will you learn the lesson? Will you get back on that cycle I was talking about, that those patterns of behavior that we repeat over and over, expecting to have a different, solution, different answer, a different, what am I saying here? A different end to it, something different happen. And the universe really is just like, the disappointments, the heartaches, all of that. It's there for you to take. This King of Wands is actually you, We started with the Ace, we end with the King, and kind of the pain in between there. This is where the universe is moving you to be the master of this, to be the king, the queen, whatever you want to call yourself, the master of the energy, the master of moving forward, the master of your destiny, the master of your life. The universe wants to know, are you letting other people tell you who you are? Are you? Are you letting this disappointment, this conflict, define you? What's it there for? Figure out what it's there for. Do your best to solve it. No, you can't control other people's decisions, their behavior, none of that. But like I was saying before, anyone that hurt you, that's about them. Okay, yes, it's for you to learn, but that's their karma to work out. And when we hold in kind of resentments and angry energy, or we hope for justice, we hope for an outcome that we can't have, that we're not going to get, and we feel disappointed. And it's like our expectations of what should happen to someone, it doesn't happen that way. For whatever reason, some people seem to like they get away with things, but wow, their karma is going to end up coming back to them on everything, and you as well. So this is where you have to pay attention to your vibration, what you're doing, and your choices and your actions, and that's what you can do. It's what you can pay attention to, because that's all you really can do, is control yourself. And just know that the things that you do, the energy you put out in the universe is what is coming back to you. So all those lies and those betrayals that those people did to you, that maybe you'll never get an apology, maybe you'll never get an acknowledgement. Just know all of that is coming right back to them. Every lie that they told is coming back to them as a lie. So that's on them. And I actually, when I think about that, I just pray for people like that. I pray for the ones that have hurt me. I do. Because something was reflected in them. Something in me triggered them and I showed them something about themselves they didn't like, they didn't want, whatever. But that was not about me. That was literally about them. So I got to let that be about them. And that's part of bringing your vibration up to a state of kind of ease and grace at all times, is being able to just let go of the things that the others did. You can't control any of that. You control you. And part of the energy that's going on, all of this changing up energy that we are all feeling, meant to help us, expand ourselves, meant to help us get to a different, better, higher place, a higher state. It's there available for every single one of us, but it's up to us to decide whether or not we're going to partake of it, choose it, whatever it is. Are we going to stay in a denser state? Are we going to stay in the state where we're talking down to us and telling ourselves we can't do it, we can't have it, we're not good enough, we're not worthy enough? Or will we see ourselves as the divine beings that we are? Will we be able to? Got this angel oracle over here I'm going to pull a couple cards from, because the universe always wants to uplift us, honestly. And I know things happen that are hard, that are tragic. I mean, personally, I've experienced some really hard stuff. And even though on some levels I know I signed up for all that when I came here, well, I didn't know it was going to be like that, right? It was like, oh, shoot. I didn't know it was going to be like that. Yep. Okay. Thank you, universe. I'll take the lesson. I will learn it. But wow, can we not do that again? Right? How much of that do we all have? I want to be able to take those things. And I got to know that those who have actually traumatized me or abandoned me or hurt me or whatever, that's theirs to work out. Let me work out my self-worth. Let me work out my own self-worth. Let me just know that I'm a beautiful being of God. And I'm absolutely going to cut the cords with any energy that tells me anything otherwise. And you should too. And this is a great time to do it. Cut those cords. The universe really supports us cutting the cords of the things that are not serving us right now. And when we cut the cords now, it's probably going to be permanent. So just know that you can get rid of the things in your life that you don't want. You have the power to do it. You really do have the power to do it. And the universe sends you this beautiful healing energy to help. That's what I was saying. It's like there's so much support in the universe for us right now for getting through these hard lessons, these kind of bumps that come up, all these barriers. There was a time in my life where I was honestly pretty much of a disaster. And I was doing things that I thought felt good, but actually all I was really doing was trying to distract myself from dealing with my pain, my trauma, my conflicts, my misaligned energy. And my ego was telling me some crazy things, right? And I often sat in a state of, anxiety, depression. And all of that's turned around in the last couple of years. It really has. As I've opened myself up and allowed all of the traumas of my childhood, all the traumas of my past to heal. Wow, you have to expose the stuff. And it is not easy. It's not easy at all to expose all that and just really, really face it. But it's the only thing that can really get it out of you, Some of the things I've been doing personally have been a ton of yoga. Yoga is one of those things that it moves the body. So it doesn't have to be yoga. It could be walking. It could be running. It could be really anything. But the body holds the score. And it holds all that energy in when we have these experiences. So we got to move the body. So I've been doing yoga. I've absolutely been meditating so much, so much. I'm really just trying to connect and connecting with the universe and trusting that connection. And that's the other thing that I know that we all need to work on is trusting our connection. We get these downloads, we get these impressions, we get intuition, we get these hits of intuition. And sometimes we just don't believe ourselves. We're not used to trusting ourselves. We're used to looking to other places, to other entities, to other kind of what we consider to be higher sources for information. And it is time. It's so interesting. I love that I got this card right now. Wow. It's time for us to receive this stuff for ourselves. You can receive your own downloads. You can come to a psychic, you can go to a reader, you can go any various a church, you can pray. Like, there's so many places you can get information. You can get somebody else to tell you, hey, what's going on with me? Of course you can. Of course you can. You can go to a therapist and a doctor, like, and if you need and want, and all of that resonates with you. But also know this, you can get an answer right from the universe if you just ask. Just ask and you shall receive. Honestly, that's what Jesus was talking about. That's what he meant. He was like, if you ask, you'll get an answer. And yeah, a lot of the teachers have said that to us. So many of the teachers have said that to us, and we haven't really always believed them. We haven't felt worthy enough, I don't think, to feel like we can get our own information and downloads. It sounds, in a weird way, more credible or easier to get somebody else who we say, oh, I feel like they're probably credible, or they have a connection. You can get one yourself, right? You can do all this yourself, actually. Trust yourself. Start to trust the messages that come in. How do you start to do that? Maybe just start to write them down. When you get a hit, an intuitive hit, write it down. When you get a dream that you're like, whoa, that was intense, I feel like that might mean something, write it down. And start to watch and listen and ask your guides, ask your angels for the downloads and the intuition and stuff. Ask for the messages, ask for the synchronicities. Ask, hey, can I see something today that will validate me? Can I talk to somebody? Can I meet somebody? Can I see an article, a video, a meme, just anything? I mean, the universe has like a lot of different ways it can send you messages, so many different ways. So this is part of what we're all going through, is being able to trust ourselves to get those messages and downloads for ourselves. And I know we can. And I also see, it's like I see how I'm being shown, like, we're all being mailed letters from the universe. It's like our angels. I see our angels like handing us messages, handing us messages, handing us messages. And a lot of us are getting them and opening them and reading them, and we have them. And I see a lot of us just like dropping them right to the ground, where we're just not even, we're like, that can't be for me. That's probably not for me. And we're just dropping them to the ground, being shown us just like getting messages and blessings and opportunities. And we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust the source. And we let those just pass us by. Somebody else will get those downloads. If we're not going to accept them, if we're not going to take those opportunities, somebody else will take them. They're out there energetically to be taken, to be had. So let's just be open to what is for us. And that's just what we're moving toward, is getting more comfortable, more open with getting those experiences of, messages to ourselves, trusting ourselves, and, just, I guess integrating all of that experiences of, hey, synchronicity, universe, tell me things. And, it's taken me some time to get used to listening to. Everybody's probably had the experience where you didn't listen and you're like, oh, I should have, like, oh, like, why didn't I? I knew I should have listened. Yeah, we've done that. Let's stop doing that, everyone. Let's actually just listen. Know that there's opportunity and change coming for every single one of us. Every one of us has opportunities coming. Every one of us has change coming. The only thing constant in this universe is change, after all. So we got to get used to it. The more you fight the change, the more you suffer. We know that's the case. Look around in your life and notice, when you resist change that is inevitable, you will suffer. So this is part of why universe is really wanting to wake us up right now, because we're in such a drastic moment of change that it's just going to be easier and smoother if we can be more open to the vibrations coming in and more open to the messages coming in. And we don't fight it by saying it's not for us, we're not worthy, that's somebody else's message or information. Okay. So I think I'm going to end maybe with just one more card. I've got this Divine Animal Oracle I want to end with, and we'll see how the universe wants to end it. Wow, rhinoceros. Interesting. Gotta put my glasses on for this. Moderation. Wow. Well, there's probably something to that for all of us about moderation. We have all been experiencing so much. Let's all pay attention to how we're handling it and kind of like not use our coping methods way out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Like not go too deep into our coping methods where now suddenly they become our addictions, or now suddenly they become, our crutch. We want to be able to clean up our vibration, whether it's through breathing exercises or yoga or whatever it is, just like talking to yourself, meditation, spending time alone, spending time really asking yourself what's out of balance, asking yourself what needs to be healed, taking the steps in moderation to really get to a place of comfort and ease with yourself and with everything that's happening. And let's just take our time. Let's take it easy on ourselves. Let's be patient with ourselves as we work through all of this energy together. Let's rely on the ones that are safe, that love you. Go to those people. Rely on the things that are good for you. Turn yourself away as much as you can from the things that aren't. You know what that is. You know what that looks like. And just learn to trust yourself. We are really going into a different part of our existence. We're going to see and experience things that, are going to probably blow our mind. So let's be ready for change. Let's be open for new experiences. Let's connect to the universe. Let's trust ourselves and remember, you are a divine being. You are a divine soul. You are loved and wanted and precious to the universe and the collective. We need your spirit. We need your soul. We need your energy. We need your experiences so that we can all upgrade together. So thank you so much for listening, dear soul. Thank you so much. If you're still here watching me, I appreciate any likes or shares. Please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for listening.